That's what's going on with the tariffs, and it's just the art of the deal, folks. Welcome back to the show. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic, Trump was pissed at a reporter for asking if he chickened out on the tariffs. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Mr. President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Oh, isn't that nice? Chicken out. I've never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number? And I said you have to open up your whole country. And because I gave the European Union a 50% tax tariff, and they called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. Please, let's meet right now. And I said, OK, I'll give you till July 9. I actually asked them, I said, what's the date? Because they weren't willing to meet. And after I did what I did, they said, we'll meet anytime you want. And we have an end date of July 9th. You call that chickening out? Because we have $14 trillion now invested, committed to investing when Biden didn't have practically anything. This country was dying. You know, we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. I went to Saudi Arabia. The king told me. He said, we have the hottest country in the world right now. 6 months ago, this country was stone cold dead. We had a dead country. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that. It's called negotiation. You set a number. And if you go down, if I set a number at a ridiculous high number and I go down a little bit, they want me to hold that number, 145% tariff. Even I said, man, that really got up. You know how it got? Because of fentanyl and many other things, and you added it up. I said, where are we now? We're at 145%. I said, whoa, that's high. That's high. They were doing no business whatsoever, and they were having a lot of problems. We were very nice to China. I don't know if they're going to be nice to us, but we were very nice to China. And in many ways, I think we really helped China tremendously because, they were having great difficulty because we were basically going cold turkey with China. We were doing no business because of the tariff, because it was so high. But I knew that. But don't ever say what you said. That's a nasty question. Go ahead. To me, that's the nastiest question.
Yeah, so this whole taco saying of Trump always chickens out, it's just complete BS. I mean, the guy is just doing the art of the deal, folks, right? So he's putting these tariffs on a country and he's saying like, hey, you better come to the table. Oh, when are you going to be coming to the table? And then when they say, yes, we're going to be coming to the table, we want to work out a deal, that's when he's like, oh, okay, so you want to come to the table, work out a deal. Well, I'm going to remove the tariff a little bit. I'm going to lower it, maybe remove it completely, just so you know that, look, I'm coming here to help you. I am working with you, right? It's the art of the deal, so he can use that as leverage later. Like, hey, when you said you wanted to potentially make a deal here, I removed the tariff to, kind of extend the olive branch of let's be cordial in all of this, right? That's what Trump's doing. It's the art of the deal. The guy's he makes deals, folks. And these people want to come and go, oh, he chickened out. What's the guy supposed to do? He just be a hard ass until they just completely bend the knee, and then everybody just be, oh, screw him, we don't want to work with that guy. But no, when you're cordial and you extend an olive branch like this and you say, hey, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to make your life a little bit easier. So when you come to the table, I did that for you. That's what's going on with the tariffs, and it's just the art of the deal, folks. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So DNC Vice Chair David Hogg basically admitted that Jill Biden and her team were running the White House. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
One question for me is how corrupt is the DNC if so many people knew, or few people knew about Biden, the president of the United States?
I mean, I think the fact of the matter is the DNC is always going to be like a campaign arm of the president, ultimately. The bigger issue was the inner circle that was around Biden. That's it.
And I can't stress to you enough.
Jill Biden's chief of staff, had an enormous amount of power.
Jill Biden?
Jill Biden's chief of staff.
That was an open secret at the left. I would avoid him. He was scary.
What was his name?
Anthony Trump.
I've never seen him.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
He's just like a shadowy, Wizard of Oz type figure. That's what made him so I knew how he looked, but the general public wouldn't know how this man looked. But he wielded like an enormous amount of power, and I can't stress to you how much power he had in the White House.
So does anybody doubt for a second that Jill Biden and her team were in charge of the White House? I mean, there's that clip of her at the cabinet meeting where she was basically running the cabinet meeting, and it's like, what the hell is going on here? Why is a first lady running a cabinet meeting for the president? It's like, just the most wild crap ever happened under the Biden administration. We all knew it was going on. We all knew it was completely corrupt. We all knew that Biden just cognitive ability was nowhere near what it needed to be to run the country efficiently and effectively, you know, and it's just, it's a shame because so many Americans got screwed because of it, right? You know, the open borders, just soft on crime, and it's something that we're gonna have to really dig ourselves out of. You know, crime is just terrible these days. It's gonna take some time to get back on, like, you know, where people realize, oh crap, I don't want to do that because I don't want to get arrested. Now it's just like, oh, I'll do whatever I want and I'm just gonna get arrested, or I won't even get arrested, or if I do, I'll be let out in like 3 seconds. It's just like a slap on the wrist, you know? We need to go back to being hard on crime so that people can just get back to some normalcy, right? And this is what the Biden administration's done. This is what Jill, you know, apparently it was Jill running the show, which, I mean, at least it's better than some staffer, I guess, you know, some intern who just got a job there. He's wielding the auto pen, you know, but come on, Jill being the one to run the country, it's just sickening. Just how sickening really is that? You know, that the actual president was pretty much brain dead and his wife was running the country. It's insane. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So Elon is officially done at DOGE. He did announce via tweet that he's done, and it will continue in its form, hopefully, that they keep doing what they're doing and uncovering all the BS and are quick about it with, you know, uncovering it. But it all comes down to Congress having to codify the DOGE cuts, right? And it's pretty much, you know, it's just proving that everybody, Republican, Democrat, was in on all the bullshit, all the corruption, all the waste. And it's like, if we're going to get out of it and, you know, completely just clear it out, then, you know, both parties are going to be getting screwed. And frankly, I don't care. If you were somebody who was corrupt, you know, stealing from the cookie jar, blah, 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 however you want to spin it, yeah, get the hell out, dude. We don't need corrupt people in the government anymore. The government is for the people, right? For the people, by the people, whatever you want to say. They need to work for the people, not for themselves. They get their salary. They shouldn't be making, you know, millions and millions of dollars to be a member of Congress or who knows what, right? You know, like your local person just doing whatever. Everybody's stealing off the top. You just basically got to realize that if there's a government agency, somebody's stealing and making a ton of money and off the taxpayer dollars. That's just basically standard government procedure at this point. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So a hostage of Hamas who was let go pretty much confirmed that the terrorists were terrified of Trump. Take a look at the clip.
Yes, it's him. He got me out. He got the hostages out. Before, we felt like nothing is happening, you know? And I remember for me, ever since he came into the role, they were very scared of him. Yeah, they wanted...
Who?
The terrorists.
We're afraid of Trump.
Yeah, they wanted Kamala to be chosen, to be elected.
You talked politics with them?
Yeah. They wanted Kamala to be elected. But as soon as Donald Trump was elected, they understood that he wants to bring the hostages back home. Yeah. So immediately the way they treated me changed. So if it's the amount of food, I could say this, that when Trump became president, yeah, the way they treated us changed. For me, personally, this is what I
think
felt.
because they anticipated that a deal would come soon.
Yeah,
And that's when they started giving you more food.
Exactly. More food, treated me better, you know, stopped cursing me, stopped spitting on me.
Now that basically just proves that the whole world did not respect America under Joe Biden. I mean, how could you, right? How could you? You got a guy, Weekend at Bernie's, they're just peddling out their Weekend at Bernie's style, and it's just not hard on anything, right? So it's like, yeah, we're not going to deal with that guy. We're not even going to worry about that guy because nothing's even coming out of America anymore. America just stopped taking calls and just doing what, you know, basically functioning with the rest of the world. Those are the stories of like, yeah, America, they just stopped taking our calls, blah, blah. It's like, basically we were doing nothing for 4 years, right? And it's like, now we at least have a sense of, oh, we're respected again, right? We're feared, we're respected, and we're basically the world power again under Trump. And it's a great thing because Trump's just, you know, he's doing the damn thing. The guy's cooking, but people are trying to just take him down at every turn, you know, but the guy's just continuing on. He's got his mission. He wants to be the greatest president of all time, and pretty much he's already there. And, you know, I think he's going to do it. He's a Mount Rushmore guy. What's up, folks? He's a Mount Rushmore guy. But all right, that's it for today. And be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.